Hello and welcome. This video is here to help you improve your English by listening to a calm and interesting story. You do not need to study grammar or rules. Just listen, relax, and enjoy the story. The English is simple and clear, so you can understand the meaning easily. Your listening skills will get better naturally. Listening every day is one of the best ways to improve. With time and practice, you will understand more and feel more confident. First, listen to the story and try to get the main idea. Do not worry if you do not understand every word. That is okay. Then, listen again and repeat some sentences out loud. This will help you remember new words and sounds. Now, let us start the story. It is about small moments, quiet courage, hidden problems, and a simple connection that changed one normal life. Daniel lived alone in a big, busy city. Millions of people hurried past each other every day. Tall buildings touched the sky, and the streets were full of noise from cars and buses. People walked fast, looked at their phones, and did not smile at strangers. Daniel had come to this city 5 years ago for a good job. But now he felt like everyone else, quiet and lonely. Every morning, Daniel woke up at 6:30. He made the same breakfast, black coffee and toast. He put on his gray suit, took his bag, and left his small apartment at 7:45. He liked his routine. It made him feel safe and in control. He took the same subway train every day and stood near the same door. At work, he sat at his computer, wrote reports, answered emails, and went to meetings. His co-workers thought he was nice and hard-working, but they did not really know him. Daniel almost never went out with them after work. He said he was tired, but really, he felt empty and alone inside. On the morning train, Daniel saw many faces, but one woman was different. She had long, dark hair and wore simple clothes. Every day, she stood in the middle of the train and held a pole, even when there were empty seats. She looked calm. Sometimes she looked out the window. Sometimes she closed her eyes and breathed slowly. Daniel was curious. Why did she never sit down? He made up stories in his head. Maybe she was a dancer, or maybe she just liked standing. But he never spoke to her. He was too shy. He was afraid she would think he was strange, or that she would not answer. So he stayed quiet, day after day. One cold, rainy autumn morning, something different happened. The train was very crowded because of the bad weather. People were wet from their umbrellas and complained about the rain. Suddenly, the train stopped between stations. The lights went out, and everything became dark. Only phone screens gave a little light. At first, it was quiet. Then people started to talk loudly. Some were angry. A baby cried. An old man said he would be late for a meeting. The air became hot and heavy. It was hard to breathe. Daniel looked for the woman in the dark. She was still standing, but now she held the pole very tightly. Her face looked pale. She breathed slowly, as if she was trying not to panic. Daniel's heart beat fast. He wanted to help her, but he could not speak. His mouth felt dry. Time passed slowly, almost 40 minutes. The voice on the speaker said there was a problem with the signal. People became more nervous. Someone shouted. Others laughed because they were scared. Daniel felt hot and worried. He thought about all the times he had stayed quiet. Now he wished he had been braver. At last, the lights came back on, very weak. The train started to move slowly. Everyone felt better. Some people cheered. Daniel took a deep breath and decided to do something. He walked to the woman and said quietly, "Are you okay? Please take my seat." She looked surprised, then smiled. "Thank you so much," she said, and sat down. Her voice was kind. The dark made me feel very dizzy. They started to talk. Her name was Elena. She explained why she always stood. A few years ago, she had a bad car accident. After that, sitting on moving trains made her feel sick and lose balance. Standing helped her feel better and stronger. Daniel listened carefully. Then he told her about himself, how he was shy and afraid of talking to people. "I saw you every day," he said, "but I was too scared to speak." Elena smiled. "Many people feel the same. We all have our fears. But today you were kind and brave. You helped me when I needed it." The train arrived at their station. It was the same station for both of them. They talked about small things, their jobs, the city, and quiet mornings. Elena was an artist. She painted pictures of the city and people. Daniel said his job as an accountant was safe, but not very exciting. He felt happy talking to her. It was the first time in a long time he felt someone really listened. When the doors opened, Elena gave him a small card with her phone number. "If you want to talk more or see my paintings, call me," she said. Small, brave moments can change things. In the weeks after that day, Daniel started to change. He sent a message to Elena, and they met for coffee. She showed him her small studio full of beautiful paintings of city lights and people. Daniel began to see beauty around him, the sun on buildings, children playing in the park. At work, he ate lunch with co-workers and talked more. He even helped plan a team party. The city did not feel so cold anymore. Sometimes he saw Elena on the train. They smiled and talked. Other times they met for walks or coffee. Their friendship grew slowly. Daniel learned that you do not need big words or big actions to connect with someone. You just need to pay attention and be a little brave. Months later, Daniel thought about that delayed train. It had changed his normal life. He still felt fear sometimes, but now he knew he could face it. Kindness and courage had turned a stranger into a friend, and loneliness into warmth. This is the end of the story. Thank you for listening. Listen again and try to find new details. Repeat some sentences out loud to practice. Remember, learning English is a journey, and every small step is important. See you in the next story.